We're covering the 2025 recruiting class, and today we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star tight end Nick Townsend, who signed with Texas. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're talking about this 2025 recruiting class every single day this offseason, player by player. You need to know what the players look like who are signing for your team, so when they start making plays on Saturdays, you know a little something about them. Click that button, stop missing out. We're starting off with this 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes, you'll get there. 2, 3, 4 minutes. But they have him rated as a 4-star recruit, ranked top 5 in the class, 5th in the composite, 4th in the ranking, 66 overall. The composite has him ranked at 100. Listed at 6'3", 235. That's dated, so that's probably changed. We'll probably get a different number around spring ball. So if you have a different height and weight, let us know in the comments below. There's something weird here because we have 35 offers, and all the big schools wanted him. So when I see him ranked kind of low here in the composite and tight end 4 and as a 4-star, if there's another recruiting site that had him or has him as a 5-star, I wouldn't be surprised because we have a hot market for this kid. 35 to 40 offers is a lot of offers, and only a few prospects in every recruiting class will get that many offers, on top of the big-time programs trying to get at them, and big-time programs from everywhere in the country. From USC in California, Alabama, of course Alabama, and then the Texas schools and everywhere else. That being said, the market was very hot for him. The rankings are still up there, but there might be more to be desired, or more to be desired with that ranking, because I bet you we're going to see some cool stuff off the highlights when we look at him. Plays and excels on both sides of the ball. Looks like a legitimate top 247 guy at the tight end, linebacker, or edge rusher. Has a tight end frame, but runs like a big receiver, lines up all over, wide out, slot, and in the backfield. We're going to see a big play machine. We're going to see a big play machine who's probably underranked. Also plays basketball, runs track, two-way player at tight end. 10.92, 100. How big is he again? 10.92, 6'3", 235-ish, somewhere around there. We're running a 10.92. During his junior season, so he had some size on him during that time. That guy's big and he can move. TAMU tried to get him. Texas got him. Looking at what he was doing on the field, his stat line is just all over the place here because he does everything. Look at that. I've never seen that before on a prospect. 22 rushing attempts, 176 rushing yards, 278 receiving yards. We got passing attempts in there, 21 of them. We got tackles, 71 tackles. This guy's a football player. This guy moves well. He's going to be a tight end. Let's take a look at the highlights. Let's see what we're working with. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Keep an eye out on him, because I imagine he's going to be all over the place, lined up in different spots. Here he is lined up outside. See how he moves. Remember, he's taller too. He's got some length on the catch. He's got a big old towel on him. His towel's bigger than some of those players. He's still moving. So when you watch him move, remember he's a bigger player. Don't compare him to somebody who's like 5'10", 180. Don't do that. Catching it, getting it upfield. We got a hurdle. We got a hurdle. Out of the backfield-ish. Oh, nice feet. Catching it. Yeah, we got some juice. We got some juice in those legs. Do you see the burst? He knew he had it, even though the guy was kind of close. That lets me know he's fast. Faster than what he showed. Downfield. Good showing on the block. Holding his feet well. Getting upfield. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I see a big athlete here. Tight end is probably the most lucrative spot for him. Just looking at his build, those long arms for him. Way he catches the ball, get upfield. Look at that. And that speed. That speed. Ooh, there it is. There it is. He's smoking it. He's smoking it. Not even gassed. Not even gassed. So we covered the tight ends ahead of him on this list. Definitely the most athletic one. Definitely the most scary one. Oh, my goodness. He's nasty on defense, too. He's nasty on the defensive side of the ball as well. Now we're at the edge spot. See, I see 3 backers, maybe a nickel there. Yeah, here we go. Hands on the guy. And we're going to get him. We're going to get him. Imagine a guy runs like a 10-9 something coming off the edge at that size. All right, middle linebacker. Spot. Moving. Hold and contain. Yeah, you're not getting the edge over him. He's just waiting for you to make that move up. Just watch how he moves. Oh, God. So, at tight end, he's going to be a mismatch. And they're bringing in wide receivers, too. Like, they're jacked up at wide receiver. Texas is. They got French and company. Khalil Lockett. And now you're going to have him at tight end. It's going to take him some time to develop because tight end's like one of the hardest positions in sports, if you believe it or not. If you're not paying attention to that, it is, because you got to learn offensive line and wide receiver. And usually it takes time for players to develop. But, man, give him some time. Let him rock. Give him some time. You got a lot of potential here. You're not going to teach that size just athleticism. You're not going to see it too often. And you may go classes in recruiting without seeing that, especially on the top end at big-time programs. It's going to be a while. Like, we've seen some guys in this class. They're all right. And I understand why. He's at a weird spot in the recruiting rankings, because he played everywhere. You got him quarterback, running back, or running the ball, maybe not running back. Now we're up top on this play. We really want to watch him run this route. Let's see what this release looks like. Just getting straight up off the field. Your towel's huge, dude. Why are you doing that? Look at that. Good ball skills. He's got the American flag down his pants. Hope he's watching. There he is. He's getting it. Woo! Now we're at QB. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Guys bouncing off. Okay, Texas fans, if you're still watching the clips with me, I covered almost your whole class already. Every Texas player up to this point in the 24/7 Sports rankings, I've covered. Go watch those guys as well. Khalil Lockett. I got French. I got a bunch of other players, some offensive tackles, some linemen, some ATHs. I mean, I got everybody. I'm just going down the list. And Texas fans, you guys have been showing me a lot of love. And I got a lot of players for you, and I'll keep pumping them out. You guys have been doing good for the channel this offseason. And this guy, you got yourselves an athlete. Like, you can't teach that. And like I was saying in the rankings, there's something going on with that, where the market was hot with 35 offers and big-time programs, and the rankings and the star rating wasn't really equating to that. Like a tight end getting that many offers and not being a 5-star or ranked as like the tight end 1 or 2 or 3, that was kind of off to me. And the reason why is I bet you 24/7 Sports did not know where to put him at, linebacker or tight end or where at, and they were kind of just late to the party. I bet you other recruiting sites probably got him at a 5 or did have him at a 5, because, and if they don't, it's still a high-end 4, because look at this. It's the size of just athleticism. It's that you cannot teach guys to move this quick and this explosive. There he is downfield. Like, how many linebackers in the college game is going to be able to cover him? There's not many. Because we get very excited when we see a linebacker running 100 in the 10s. And there's not many. There's not many out there. There's not many linebackers that can cover this guy in the college game, that can keep up with him stride for stride. Downfield. So you run him up the seam, and you got guys like this wide receiver depth chart you got at Texas. You got to pick your poison. You got to pick your poison with a guy like this. There's not going to be many guys that can run stride for stride with them, especially when they're used to playing those slower tight ends every week. He can block as well. One thing you're seeing with him on the defensive side of the ball, since you're probably only going to see a handful of blocking clips, which he's going to prove me wrong, but he's going to show us like 10 of them. Like here. knocking guys down, is that he's ferocious, he's aggressive. Like I said, when I saw that ranking and I saw how hot the market was for him compared to the other tight ends too that are ranked higher than him, he should be ranked ahead of some of those tight ends just by the pure athleticism. Like, I can't name them because I can't remember their names, but I covered them. I can definitely say there's at least 2 of them that I would have him above them just for the chase for the upside. Rides out the block, smart enough to use the leverage. I think we're going to be good here at Texas. I think give him a little bit of time to develop. I think you got a tight end here that can make some things happen. I think this is a big get for the Longhorns. I think this is a huge get for the Longhorns. He's a monster out there. He's a monster. Like, he's aggressive. He's fast. He's good catching the ball. How are you going to stop the Longhorns if these players hit? If these players hit to their upside and they develop, how are you going to stop them? How are you going to stop them? Townsend right now is probably, if not the best tight end in the class, one of the best tight ends in the class, or at least the most upside. Definitely for that. And when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at a guy that, when you get him on the field with all the other weapons they got at Texas, you're going to have to pick your poison. Linebackers are going to have trouble keeping up with him. Nickel corners, safeties, they're going to have trouble keeping up with him because the size alone, and then on top of that, he runs as fast as some of the faster wide receivers. He's not too far off from some of the faster wide receivers. He's got a faster 100 times than a lot of wide receivers in college football, and he weighs like 30 to 50 pounds more than a lot of them. That being said, it's going to be tough to cover a guy that's running like a skyscraper that is bolting downfield. Like, how's basic linebackers, not the top tier ones that can run in the hundreds, which is only a few of them every recruiting class. And he's not going to get up against many of them because a few of them will be on the field, and that's it. In the SEC, we got a few of them at Georgia, and maybe a couple of them at Alabama. There's not really that many. That being said, this is going to be a dangerous player here for the Texas Longhorns. He's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch him develop. There's a lot of upside to this kid, and I'm excited for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.